Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Hello and welcome to round number 3 of the iRacing short course series, coming to you from Bark River, Michigan, right here on Racecraft TV. Getting this one going, and I'll tell you, looking forward to seeing these guys race here. Hello everybody, I'm Dave Arnold, joined alongside Austin Knight. Austin, here we are, off in Bark River, and this is going to be a good one, a full field tonight.
Absolutely, a full field here in beautiful Bark River at, oh my gosh, I am so ready to get this race started. We had a little bit of hiccup with the race session. That's why we postponed it back to 10 minutes, but it's all figured out here today, so it's going to be a very quick qualifying here. And the heats, 2 heat races, last chance qualifier, then the feature, and a new format today to make this flow a lot faster for everybody viewing.
I think we're back.
Well, this blows.
Well, actually, we were back live. Sorry about all that technical issues, everybody. Well, when the power decides to go out here, it decides to go out hard. But we are back here live at the iRacing short course series here at Bark River with 4 laps go in heat number 1. We got Dropkin and Keaton Swain in the lead, followed by Mason Prater.
Show your stream.
You know, it was probably that caused the power outage.
Show your stream.
All right.
There you go. Thank you. There we go. Back up live. Drapkin being chased down by Keaton Swain. Mason Prater back in that 3rd position with Heitritter, Larson, Irvin, Carpenter. Drapkin had a little bit of net coating, but for our night, not off par.
Hunter Carpenter had a little bit of incident. Currently down in 10th place right now as this Drapkin leading out Keaton Swain in 2nd place. Keaton Swain, well, both these 2 drivers currently making it into the finale. But look at Mason Prater, championship defender, trying to catch up to these 2 kids up here.
Prater back just a little bit, back in 3rd, a good gap. Swain all over the back door there of Drapkin. Comes around the left-hander. Rotates back, right sweeper. Swain trying to get to that inside line. Austin, it looks like he just can't find any daylight to get by or find the speed.
It's here at Bark River, finding that speed is going to be very hard. And finding a spot to overtake, there's only about 2 real spots where you can really send it in. And that's after the 2nd jump, not this one, the 2nd jump. You got that tight 90-degree hander. You can really send it in there. But all this other stuff is just here to set yourself up and try to force the other driver into a mistake. But it's Zach Drapkin around here is so consistently fast that it's going to be very hard for him to really find a mistake from Zach Drapkin. But we're coming into that one overtaking spot where you can really just push yourself into there. But Zach Drapkin's got too much of a lead heading into the whoops to really bring out any sort of advantage.
Wayne trying to do everything he can right now to try and find it. Prater just holding on to dear life in 3rd place. Laps dwindling down. White flag will be coming out next time around.
Yeah, this
Top
is
2 advance.
Drapkin actually going a little bit wide through the hairpin. This is another part of the track you can really get it inside there. And if you get aggressive with it, you can body him out. We've seen this in practice where drivers will be able to push themselves into that spot, but around that outside, it's so powerful. You actually see a little bit of a bump on the apex of that final corner. So we go over the jump. White flag this time by here in heat number 1.
Prater just back there in the third position, watching this unfold with these two drivers in front of them. A lot on his mind as far as getting ready to race next weekend at Crandon, trying to get some laps in here at Bark River, which he eventually will be traveling to in real life, as we continue to watch Zach Drapkin and Keaton Swain. But look at this. Prater starting to reel in a little bit. Oh!
Oh, Swain, late move! Well, we said that there was one spot on the track where you could really just send it in no matter what, and there it was. Drapkin went a little bit wide. Prater had the last chance opportunity. Look at this. Top 3, nose to tail. Barely any room beside him. They're going to go 3 wide that final corner. It's Swain. Drapkin. Here comes Prater in the final corner. Trying to push his nose down in there, but coming off that berm, it is Zach Drapkin being able to hold it off, and it's going to be Swain, Drapkin, Prater, your top 3, but it's Keaton Swain and Zach Drapkin making their way into the finale, and Mason Prater has a last chance qualifier to get in. And
well, I was just watching Prater back there, didn't think he had a chance, and then all of a sudden it came up into that left-hand turn. He stuck it to the inside of Drapkin.
Let's see this move again. Let's see this move again by Keaton Swain, just sending it up the inside of Zach Drapkin, up into the lead, and up in for the win. Coming out the whoops, that is the one point of the track where you really got to be consistent through there. You don't want to have a bad bounce, and Drapkin had a bad bounce, but don't worry. Drapkin's still in the final. Then right here, I thought Mason Prater was going to go for the switch, but he hit the brakes, killed all momentum, and Zach Drapkin was able to keep it on the berm and into the lead as we get ready for our next grid here for heat number 2 at Bark River. Christopher Plumley is going to be starting up on pole, followed by Gary Green, Ethan Ebert, Nicholas Dachelet, Thomas Grady, Roland Johns, Ricky Johnson, Nathan Mextoxin, Mike Sorum, George Schultz, and G3 Argos, followed by Jake Hill at the end of this 12th car grid here at beautiful Bark River for the iRacing Short Course Series here on Racecraft TV.
I actually just saw Ricky Johnson down in Baja. So he drove the trophy truck up through contingency. Good to see him now. Seeing him back behind the wheel here. So it's Plumley, Green, Ebert, Dachelet, Grady, Johnson, Matoxin, Sorum, Schultz, Aguiros, Hill be rounding out our field.
I think that's the 3rd time he's changed his last name. Just a letter. It used to be Argos, now it's Argaios.
No, it's always been Aguiros.
I guess I'm just missing it.
It was George III.
Ah.
Now he's just got 2-3.
Well, green flag is out, and it's a horrible start by Gary Green. Lost a lot of ground, and Ethan Ebert bodying him right there. That's Nathan Matoxin who got kicked out wide and all the way down in 8th place. But Ethan Ebert, Gary Green, Ebert pushing his nose ahead. Green falls down from 2nd place, down into 3rd. And now Gary Green looks down the inside, gets a little bit of contact, pushes the 57 out just a little bit wide. If that is a corner cut, he's going to get a slowdown penalty. But here comes Green over the jump. Green's on his inside. Green's got a good run heading down there, sending it up the inside, showing in the bumper. That's a slide job and a half. Gary Green back into 2nd place. And now look at this. Grady and Green. Oh, no, Grady and Ebert. And
Ebert.
Oh, he's just showing the bumper. Look at that. Roland Johns up the inside up on Ebert.
And Ebert and Johns now battling.
Oh, and out of nowhere.
Oh,
Ricky Johnson. That's Johnson.
Johnson, all right, split the uprights. Came right through.
He's up 3 spots already.
And Ebert able to break away from that pack there, up into 3rd. Plumley still out front with a good lead.
Let's watch this again.
Take another look at it.
Woohoo!
Right up the inside. As he gets a good shot there of Ebert on the side there. Plumley starting to walk away with this one here.
And I'm bugged. Wait.
He's got little shots in between the Racecraft TV logo.
I know, it reset all the way to the start because somebody went into the pits.
But Plumley out front with a couple second gap back there to second. Ebert, though, battling for that second spot. There we go. Well, almost.
I'm trying to fix it.
Technical problems going on. A good time to thank a lot of our sponsors like Super Clean. It's just not clean. It's super clean. Signature Propellers. CBR Performance Products. And then, of course, Dirt Sports World, the voice of off-road motorsports. And, of course, keeping all our drivers looking good in their iRacing sims. Sparko. Back up front, we see Plumley.
Followed by Green and Ebert in third place. The graphics have just decided to just kill themselves right now, so we're just going to wait until the last chance qualifier, see if they work ever again.
Ebert all over the back of Green as he starts to work him inside, outside.
That
Green rides the berm.
That berm is so good for that 920. He's able to keep ahead of Ebert and keep it in for second place as a start lap number 3.
Yeah, it looks like Ebert lost a lot of ground there. A big off-camber jump there. We're riding on board with Ethan Ebert in that Ultra Motorsports machine.
You hear that throttle application just getting on and off, on and off, on and off so fast that he's really trying to keep that nose where he wants it to be with that throttle input, but I feel like that chaotic throttle input might be hurting him just a tad bit. But you can just hear him just dancing on that throttle, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. And he's just kind of stabbing it.
Well, yeah, trying to keep that throttle control going too. Trying to keep from spinning, trying to keep that hook up. Seem to be in the air a lot. Don't want to be revving that thing up as you're going through the air. Ebert trying to get into the run as they go through the rollers. Green just trying to mirror the actions there of Plumley.
Last lap
front.
for Green for Unkind Esports. Fastest lap of the race, getting all crazy over the jump of a 1:13.21.
Amazing he's able to reel it in as crazy as he's throwing these and sending it. Now this is a nasty one. You actually have to ride that berm to stay out of that roller and the hole in between. Otherwise, the cars get really unsettled.
Absolutely, do not want the cars to be unsettled at all. And we saw what happened here last lap as we are on the last lap right now. I believe the white flag just came out.
Some moves.
Yeah, we're trying to see if we're going to get another Mason Prater move up the inside or Ethan Ebert move up the inside right here. Ethan is unfortunately still in third place. But heading to that hairpin, Gary Green losing a little bit of ground. Here comes Ebert. Going over the berm, nothing's really looking out of shape right here. Last chance effort for Ebert. It's not going to be it. It's going to be Christopher Plumley and Gary Green across the line. But I was looking at the flagman right there, and no flag came out. They're still racing. So not only is...
I was racing that checkered flag there.
Yeah, it's not racing the checkered flag right now. We're still going at it. Probably because this is a 6-lap heat and not 4.
Yes.
You know, if I have my graphics working, it'd be great. But, you know, if I turn them on, it would just look like this.
Well, it's fine. We're just going to call the action here. That's not what we want. Plumley really starting to pull away a little bit there. Gary Green tries to put the hammer down. He gaps a little bit back to Ebert. Ebert trying to do everything he can to catch back up, to get into the fight. Laps dwindling down here.
Yeah, white flag this time by. The white flag came out. Here comes green. Green sliding it in all the ways into the wall and across the line. There's the white flag. One more lap.
Plumley out front. Look at this. Green looking to the inside here. Trying to get some momentum up. He slides around. Just can't get it. Plumley hitting all those marks, looking smooth. And this track definitely, and these guys are throwing these trucks around. A lot of throttle control involved. And there's so many secrets to where to put these trucks on the track at every turn, avoiding the holes, avoiding some of the whips there.
Yeah, we are on board of Gary Green right now behind Christopher Plumley. They're coming up to that hairpin. Chance for our last chance move. We got traffic in the way, but I don't think they're going to be causing that much effect. Heading into the left turn. Using all the berm. Ethan Ebert's not going to be able to catch these two as they're throwing hammers at each other right now. But it's going to be Christopher Plumley taking the win, followed by Gary Green in second place.
Ethan Ebert's going to round out the third, unfortunately.
Oh!
Else gonna fight it out. And a big roll by Ebert.
He's not happy about that race. He is not happy about that.
No.
At all.
Well, there's so much talent in these drivers now. One little mistake changes the podium, changes the qualifying position. And it's going to be definitely interesting going into the main event.
It sure is. And let's try the graphics again. No, they're not going to work because... Oh, something happened.
The Texas lightning strike didn't do well.
No, I'm not sure what's going on here. We're just like stuck in some sort of eternal replay. Hey, there we go. So this is our consolation race, and this is a packed field full of everybody else. So let's show this. Ethan Ebert, Mason Prater are going to be our front row, followed by Holton Hyrader, Ricky Johnson, Nick Larson, Thomas Grady, Aiden Irvin, Nicholas Dachelette, Zach Knowles, Roland Johns, Bryce Semino, and Jake Hill. And 12, followed by Cross Kirchmeyer, G3 Argos, Hunter Carpenter, Nathan Metoxen, Alex Hoffman, George Schultz, Franklin Monite, Mike Serum, Brody Graham, and Mark Douglas Jr. at the end of the grid. Funny how Carter Berry, the admin, did not get last. He didn't even set a qualifying lap. So, that's impressive.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, it's green, green, green right now. And Ethan Ebert, slow start. Mason Prater right beside him and up onto the outside. But Ebert almost squeezes Prater out there. But Prater takes the lead from the outside line. And look behind Ebert, Holton Hyrader gets a good jump to the inside. That's Ricky Johnson, the red, white, and blue car, dropping a lot of spots. He's down into 6th place, down 3 spots where he started.
Yeah, Johnson a little bit deeper in the field. Now he's got to do a little work here. As we watch Prater out front.
Whoa!
He's got lots of Ebert up on the bike, off the berm. Able to settle it back down.
And here comes Hyrader trying to hold it around the outside of Ebert. Looking for a little bit of switchback action.
To the outside as Hyrader tries to go to the inside. He'll be set up to the inside line. Here we go. It's going to lean a little bit on him, but Ebert right back into the race line.
Ebert
tries to get the shoehorn out.
Ebert went a little bit wide right there. Hyrader saw the opportunity to go, but it was a little false hope right there. And oh, bad bounce from Hyrader, going very wide. There's an 802 of Larson right behind him.
Yeah, Larson getting a little momentum there as he's got a whole pack. Grady, Johnson, Knowles, Irvin, Kirchmeyer, and Deschanel, the top 10. Going on board there. Looks like Larson looking up at Hyrader. That's 4th place, chasing down the top 3.
Yeah, Nick Larson in that 802 iRacing short course machine looking in a good spot and a chance to get into the finale right here. Now, usually the top 6 are advancing from our heat race, but, you know, iRacing is being a little bit buggy today, so I'm not sure if it is still going to be the top 6 advancing right now. But this is he's going for all the marbles right now. Look at him chasing down Holton Hyrider.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure there from behind for sure. Larson, Grady, Johnson. Right now, the man on the bubble, Ricky Johnson, the last qualifying position. We talked 6 come out of this one. Prater in the sweet spot up front as we go overhead. And look at this.
Nick Larson once more. Nick Larson through that final corner is so quick on Holton Hyrider. Hyrider keeps getting some bad bounces out of there.
That's when we talk about the truck getting unsettled like that there. You lose a little momentum as Larson tries to look to the inside, but Hyrider keeps it hung out there.
Hyrider sitting on the inside a little defensively as they go through the whoops. Here comes Nick Larson once again. Hyrider defending onto the inside. Kicks that back end out just a little bit. Shows him the bumper. Nick Larson unable to do anything else right there. As, oh, here comes Larson. He's got the inside line, but can he hold that momentum? That blue groove is really showing itself right here with 2 laps to go.
Ebert really protecting that inside line. Now you can see he sticks that nose there. Larson tries to slide a little outside, ducks the inside, net goes just a little bit. Ebert, the very quick grind as he chases down Prater, but we're watching this battle between Hyrider and Larson just unfold. Larson working Hyrider.
Yeah.
Both in qualifying positions, as well as Grady and Johnson at this point.
And speaking of Johnson, look at Ricky Johnson in the back. He had a horrible start, bad jump right there. Currently sitting in that last transfer spot. Had a great run on Thomas Grady in that corner coming up. And I feel like he's going to get a little bit wild in this final lap. Speaking of wild, yeah, these two are getting wild up here.
Just a little bit. So we're still watching the battle between 3rd and 4th there. That is Hyrider and Larson.
As here's Ethan Ebert and Mason Prater. Ebert looking for a very last lap move, forcing Mason Prater out wide into the whoops. Trying to force Prater into a mistake, and he's done it! Prater goes wide, Ebert up the inside, a white flag, almost like a replay we saw, shows in the bumper. Prater trying to switch back right now underneath the pit straight jump. But our new leader on the last lap, it is Ethan Ebert ahead of Mason Prater.
And that was textbook. Unfortunately, Mark Mason got a little wide there. Hyrider able to duck, Ebert able to duck underneath there as he's glued right to the back bumper.
He's hit the wall, but Ethan Ebert's going to take the win. And the way that he did that, he forced his way up the inside, forced Mason Prater to go a little bit wide, and Holton Hyrider takes a tumble underneath the jump in 3rd place. But he forced his way up the inside into the jump and made Mason Prater take those whoops at an angle that he wasn't used to, and had to compromise his speed, and he went out just a little bit wide, and that was the opportunity Ethan Ebert needed to go to take the win here in the last chance qualifier.
Well, a very impressive run by Ethan Ebert. Prater able to hold on still in a qualifying position, as well as Holden Hyrider. Larson, Grady, Johnson are all going to the main event.
As we have our little warm-up right here. It gives us a time to chill down and breathe.
Yeah, we are into the main event. It's showing top 6 advance again, but
oh, that's just me. That's just me. Yeah,
so a quick little warm-up, raise the laps down, see if they can find another fast way. Prater hitting all those correct lines. He's got the quick ways around, that's for sure.
He seriously does.
Hyrider and Prater, I think it's going to be a battle between those 3 for the lead. But I can't forget about Zach Drapkin, who won that first heat race to qualify and go into the main.
Yeah, Drapkin pulled out a very nice move in the last lap as well. And Drapkin versus Ebert is going to be very interesting. There is an invert as well. So it's going to be pretty cool to see on how these guys are going to be battling it out in that top 8.
I know we were in Reno. It was a full field inversion, which was just crazy.
Different
Awesome
series.
to see.
Different series. Oh, wait, no, you weren't here. Yep. Last week, we did have a full field invert.
Yes, we did.
I can't remember last month. I can't remember yesterday.
I didn't leave until Thursday for Baja.
How was Baja?
Absolutely insane. Craziness with the McMillan cousins, penalties, disqualifications. Larry Rossler took the win. Saw a lot of our, saw Mitch Guthrie down there. Saw, gosh, lots of our drivers. Ricky Johnson. Who else did I see?
Name drop.
It was up for a total of 36 hours, so
Oh my goodness, man.
absolutely insane, but makes me miss short course, let me tell you.
Well, hey, we got some short course action here for you with the iRacing short course series here on Racecraft TV. And short course in real life, Gas is slated to return very soon. When's the next time we can see the Great American Short Course Revival Series?
And it'll be in October in Victorville, and then next weekend is Crandon for the Champ Off-Road.
Yeah, and Crandon's always a classic one to watch, and Champ Off-Road, always a very nice series to watch. Some very awesome drivers in that series, and I believe Zach Trapkin's in there.
That could be heading back. Hopefully, I'm going to see a lot of these drivers in Fall Crandon this year.
Yeah, 1 minute left in warm-up. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after a very short message.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Alright, let's get some racing in. So stoked to see you guys doing the virtual racing thing, and that you invite me to be a part of that. So let's kick this off with a prayer, and please bow with me. Father, we're just so stoked with these guys. They're all out here racing and make the most of these uncertain times. And Father, with our uncertain times, we just put those in your hands, and that gives us faith, knowing that you got us covered. You're God, we are not, and we can rest with insurance that you will take care of us no matter what we're doing. So I pray for these guys with their safety, that they're keeping themselves healthy and they're keeping their immune system strong, and that you would be a part of all that, Father. And whether they're racing on a computer or they're racing in real life, we just give you, we put our life in your hands, and we just give you all the glory and praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Alright guys, you guys have fun. I can't wait to see you in the real staging lanes, and hopefully sometime soon.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
And we are
How many
back.
laps?
Oh, no, wait. Commentator just cursed ourselves right there. We are back live here for the finale. Nick Larson will be starting up on pole, followed by Holton Hyrader, Mason Predator, Ethan Ebert, Gary Green, and Zachary Japkin. In version of 6 here today, and the rest of the field is Christopher Plumlee, Keaton Swain, Thomas Grady, Ricky Johnson, Zach Knowles, and Aiden Irvin in 12th place. Followed by Cross Kirchmeyer, Bryce Semino, Nicholas Dashlight, Nathan Metoxen, George Schultz, and Alex Hoffman. 18 cars ready to take the track here in Bark River with a 6-car inversion of our qualifiers. We're ready, and we are rocking, and we are ready to go here at Bark River for the iRacing Short Course Series. Dave, this finale, that 6-car invert, how are we feeling about it?
Oh, I'm kind of, man, I'm mixed up about that because, you know, Prater's up in the middle. He's a fast runner, height rider. Larson really showed a lot of speed. Ebert really came into it, getting by Mason to get by him earlier. But Drapkin, we got to keep an eye on him. He was the winner out of the first one, and he's been doing really well lately.
Yeah, we do have a competition caution at the halfway mark of this race, and that will help the field bunch up just a tad bit. Shouldn't really be expecting any sedan safety cars here today if they got it right.
But we saw a full field invert at Reno, Wild West Motorsports Park. So we watched Mason Prater race all the way back from the back of the pack to the top. So it's going to be curious with him sitting only in 3rd position. But Holden Hyrader is so quick. And like I said, Larson, keep an eye on him. You know, once he gets in that position, he gets those lines, man. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, he could take a win.
And it's green. Mason Prater immediately looking onto the inside of Holton Hyrader, sending him just a little bit sideways, getting a little pitchforked right there. Ethan Ebert and Mason Prater sideways right now, and it's 3 wide right there. Zach Drapkin forced it his way back into 6th place right there. He didn't get the greatest of starts as he's battling with Christopher Plumlee in that purple dirty plum machine. Zach Drapkin and Plumlee are side by side underneath the jump right now as we look from above the skies here at Bark River. It is Larson, Heightrader, Prater, Ebert, Green, Plumlee, your top 6.
And look at this, Hyrader right on the bumper there of Rick Larson.
Nick.
Larson, though, man, he's looking smooth. His lines is pretty much mirrored back with Hyrader there. Prater, look at these guys all over that position. Ho! Look at this, Prater trying to show him a nose.
Now Mason Prater, he knows how to get around here. He's got Ethan Ebert right behind him. There, any sort of mistake from each other, they can all hit each other. And I'm pretty sure everybody in this top 8 has a chance to win this race. As they go over the jump, some drivers taking a little bit close to the edge, some of them going a little bit wider. Ethan Ebert got a very bad jump right there as he's got Gary Green on his tail. Going out wide is Nick Larson all the way over into that wet dirt out there. That untouched dirt off the blue groove right now. And here comes Mason Prater on Heightrader. Prater forced out wide as Heightrader is slow up onto the inside.
And you can see back there Plumlee and Green battling back there for 5th place.
Gary Green looks down to the inside of Ebert, trying to force Ebert to make a mistake. There's a little bit of contact. There's more contact right there underneath the whoops. And Ethan Ebert, probably that contact with Gary Green, actually helped him to stay ahead of Gary Green and get closer to Mason Prater.
And you see Plumlee, Drapkin, and Swain 3 wide going through that turn. Drapkin right on the bumper there of Plumlee as he looks to the inside. In front of him, though, Green working on Ebert. Ebert working on Prater. Prater working on Heightrader. Well, look at this. Larson.
With a mistake.
Oh, man, you can see Swain got by Drapkin.
He was pushed over the berm, got out into that grass up there. Oh my goodness, sailing through the skies like Superman. Christopher Plumlee just went air bud over that jump. And
well, he gets back to the track in 9th position there. So we watch up front again. Larson, Rick Larson in the 802, and then you got Heightrader in the 512 right behind him. But it looks like the battle right there, it's going to be High-Rider and Prater working on each other.
Yeah.
I think with these two working on each other, it might give a chance for Larson to pull away.
Now, I've been watching Ethan Ebert's lineup. He's been very tight, but Nick Larson has been taking a much wider line and getting out into that untouched dirt, getting off that blue groove, and he's actually getting a better run out of these corners. Yeah, look at his setup, much wider than Height Raider, and he's just staying in that dirt more than everybody else, and he's staying off that blue groove.
And I think that might come out to
bad
bite
bounce.
him there.
Bad bounce right there. Prater up the inside of Height Raider.
And Prater goes into second.
He's still got Height Raider up the inside. He's going to have to force go wide, but Height Raider getting a bad bounce, getting some airtime right there. Prater getting off to the grass, skips a bump right there, sends it up to the inside, and it's a big contact by Ethan Ebert and Height Raider, and that's going to allow Gary Green to sneak his way above Ethan Ebert. Prater into second, Height Raider down to third, Gary Green into fourth.
I tell you now, Prayson on the prowl. Prater is just looking really good there. So he tries to look down and sets his sights on Larson, but he's still got to worry about High-Rider there and protect that inside. High-Rider so many times has snuck in to the inside.
And speaking of sneaking up the inside, we've seen this man do it all the time. Mason Prater knows how to make some moves around here. And with Nick Larson favoring that wide line, he's tightened up right now. He knows he doesn't have Height Raider behind him. He's got Mason Prater defending champion behind him, and he's being all defensive right now, changing his ways. Big send by Ebert on Height Raider for third.
High-Rider back to fourth place. Back behind him is still Green. Drapkin trying to make a run with Swain in tow. But look at this. I think that might be a mistake. Larson getting out of the marbles. Prater's right there to pounce on any mistakes.
Mason Prater, he's on that gearbox of that 802 right there, just ready to reach out and chomp him over this jump.
He's so close he could reach CBR in the back of those radiators.
Absolutely. And heading into the whoop section, it's going to be a big send for Prater. Prater setting himself up onto the inside, sitting on his back left wheel, and he's seriously just riding and leaning on him, trying to force him out as wide as he can to set himself up for a big jump. Larson set out wide. Prater up the inside with a big run. Prater back into the lead.
And I said that's where if he gets in those marbles again, Prater's been staying in the blue groove, staying in the race line, and that's where you want to be. Look at this battle. Three all going for it. Green, Drapkin, and Ebert. Drapkin now trying to work on Green as he gets by Ebert.
Oh, and Drapkin got sent it to the wall.
Italian into the wall for Drapkin. And Ebert back up into fourth.
Ethan Ebert might have a target on his back. Here comes Zach Drapkin as the caution flies out. And there we go. Yeah, yep, they're attacking each other. That caution is out. And I don't think Ethan Ebert and Zach Drapkin are very happy with each other.
Well, this is far from over for those two drivers, but I'll tell you, Rick Larson's going to have
Look
to
at this. Yeah, Ebert just sent it in on Drapkin, and Drapkin up the inside, tries to get the position back, shows Ebert the bumper, and then Ebert goes over the jump and then shows Drapkin the wall. Wow. And then here comes the caution, and this is what Zach Drapkin and Ethan Ebert had to say for each other as they're slowing up. Drapkin gets right beside it. Ebert turns straight into Drapkin. And I think the stewards might be taking a little bit of a look at that. Little brake check right there. Those Pro 4 trucks are going to be a bit beat up after this race.
Well, here they are going to be nose to tail getting ready for this restart here.
Yep. Restart being controlled by Mason Prater.
7 to go.
And it's Green over the pit jump. And Gary Green got a great start side by side with Larson. Ethan Ebert sends it into Larson, pushing himself into Green. We got 3 wide 2x2 in a 5-car diamond. Ebert on the outside on Larson. Ebert trying to make it work, but he gets caught by the bump. Gary Green gets down to the inside. And Ebert's in the fence, and guess who was right there? Zachary Drapkin. He's probably saying karma. Man, this is a crazy restart.
But he just launched out front, not looking back. He's letting Larson behind him just battle it out.
Drapkin and Green.
Just trapped it blaze on Green.
Drapkin is all over the back of Green, and Green and Drapkin both had an amazing start. Nick Larson got so lucky not to be overtaken right there. Ethan Ebert came up the inside and tapped Gary Green out wide, who had a great run, and now it's Drapkin and Green side by side over the whoops, and these two are going wide. Nick Larson is upside down, and he's parked, and he got T-boned by Ricky Johnson. He parked himself back in the path, and that leaves Mason Prater with a 2-second gap, and now the race for second place between Zach Drapkin and Gary Green, followed by Ethan Ebert right behind, who was vigilating the catch fence just a little bit ago. And remember, these two drivers in third and fourth place do not like each other currently. They've been having a big rough and tumble race. Let's see if Ethan Ebert catches up to Zach Drapkin, but he can't, as look at that, there's come Keaton Swain up the inside.
Gary Green with a good run up there, but look at this, Ebert and Swain.
Swain.
Back there in that fourth position.
Swain just held it around the outside for that entire turn. Keaton Swain up in the fourth, and Zach Drapkin now has to deal with a charging Keaton Swain up on the outside. There it goes. Drapkin up the inside of Green. They're 4 wide over the bumps. And oh my goodness.
Drapkin Green. Drapkin just pushed wide. Here comes Swain.
Here
but
comes
look at this.
Ebert.
Ebert
Absolute.
up the inside.
This is awesome racing. Bumping a banging, Drapkin gets crossover, goes straight into the side of Ebert. Keaton Swain's up in a second, followed by Gary Green. Zach Drapkin right there. Ethan Ebert gets into the back of Zach Drapkin, trying to force him out wide. These two are not playing racing anymore. This is a full-blown boxing match, and they are going all 12 rounds here.
And I think the gloves are off at this point right now.
Oh, this
Ebert and Drapkin. Now Ebert behind Drapkin.
This is
Is
an
that
escalate.
Plumlee back there?
That is
Plumlee's
Chris Plumlee.
up.
Plumlee's into the back of this, and he's going to get into the fight. This is escalated from boxing match to UFC, and it's thrown UFC out the window. This is a bar room brawl.
These guys got nothing on the WWE right now. The WWE has nothing on
WWE.
them.
Yeah, this ain't
Battle
scripted
Royale.
television.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen next.
Green trying to hold off. Drapkin looks to the inside, gets a bad bounce, can't make that maneuver.
Here comes Plumlee.
And look at this, here comes Plumlee. And right now, almost 5 seconds, Prater out front.
I don't think Prater knows what the heck is happening behind him. Keaton Swain's escaping this bar fight right now as Ethan Ebert and Zach Drapkin are really going after each other. Plumlee cuts that corner a lot. He wants a piece of that top 5 pie.
It's amazing how close they are. Keaton Swain all by his lonesome saying, boys, stay away from me, trying to just hold on to this position here. This could be a podium for him, but in contention, Green and Drapkin battling for that final spot on the podium. 3 laps to go.
3 laps left. Gary Green, Zach Drapkin fighting out for that final podium spot. Ethan Ebert losing like he's losing momentum to his race rival, I gotta say. And I'm pretty sure the admins after this race might be getting up in their skin. Drapkin trying to push Gary Green out wide. And Drapkin and Green bouncing off each other as they're side by side over the pit jump. Drapkin's up onto the inside. Drapkin made the move work. And here comes Ethan Ebert on Green trying to force his way into 4th place.
Well, like you always say, there's not a lot of places to pass on this track. Maybe 1, 2 spots. This not one of the spots there, usually.
We've seen passes made here, but it involves the other car getting into the wall or the catch fence. And Ethan Ebert's actually visited the catch fence once already in this finale. As Christopher Plumley, I think he's sensing a little bit of danger. He's backed off a lot as Gary Green is sideways in that long left-hander. And Ethan Ebert loses a lot of speed right there. Gary Green on the tail end of Zach Drafkin. Ethan Ebert going over the jump. 2 laps go. Green looking down to the inside of Drafkin. He's missed his mark right here. Drafkin goes out wide. Ebert onto the inside of Green. Ebert looking for that switchback right now. Heading into that short left-hand hairpin right now. Ebert and Green and Drafkin. 3 wide. It looks like 4 wide. Plumley's right there. Ebert's on the side of Green. Green forced out wide. He's on the inside of the hairpin. Forces Ebert to eat a pile of dirt. And here comes Plumley up the inside. Plumley steals 4th.
I don't know about somebody yet, because Plumley and
Oh, Ebert's off the track. Ebert's off the track and into the wall. Ethan Ebert's upside down.
Inside. Oh my goodness. Ebert up and upside down.
And Gary Green and Plumley in a bar fight right now. White flag in the air here at Bark River. It's anybody's race for the final step of the podium. They take a bad bounce. Green's into the wall.
And he rides the wall. And look at this. Someone else going to stick up the inside there.
That's the 259 of Aiden Irvin. He sees an opportunity to get a top 5 right now. Holton Heiringer in the back with Holton Heiringer and Thomas Grady throwing punches at each other. Here comes Heiringer up on the inside of Grady, forcing him out wide. Heiringer and Irvin. Heiringer the switchback. Heiringer up into 6. Holton Heiringer after a horrible start. It's 4 spots down from where he started, and it's all over the place right now.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Prater, Swain, Drapkin. Top 3 going to be standing on the podium.
Yeah, and it is Mason Prater, defending champion, takes the win. And probably the lowest amount of screen time of any driver in the field and the cleanest truck, I must say so myself. And Keaton Swain in 2nd place. And Zach Drapkin, he's going to be dealing with a little bit of duct tape, some hammers, and might need a security console after this race with Ethan Ebert coming after him, finishing in 3rd. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely crazy race.
Oh my gosh. What did we just witness here? But Mason Prater.
Donut shops are opened up.
Yep, donut shops are open up. They got a deal going on right now. Oh,
I honestly see, watching this early races, Mason was quick. Didn't know he was going to be this quick. But you let someone like Mason Prater up front, they're going to check out.
yeah, Mason Prater, once he gets an opportunity, he's going to go there and take the win. What a race we just saw.
Oh, he was sweet.
Yeah,
Just kind of
Keaton's-
quiet back there, snuck up there and just said, "Hello, boys." Taking a podium from somebody.
Yeah, well, he saw the perfect opportunity to go up the inside. Ethan Ebert and Keaton Swain and, I don't know, oh my gosh. Chris Plumley got in there. He snuck a move there, but Keaton Swain, opportunistic, gets into 2nd place. Zachary Drapkin, 3rd place, might be having a talk with Connor Berry after this race, as well as Ethan Ebert. I think that was 5 laps where they were just focused on just killing each other.
That was some good racing.
It seriously was. So Christopher Plumley might be getting a podium after this. He's currently sitting in 4th, followed by Gary Green, Holton Heiringer, Thomas Grady, Aiden Irvin, Ethan Ebert. Ended that race on his roof for a little bit, coming out of that massive berm. Followed by Bryce Semino, Cross Kirchmeier, Nicholas Dachelet, Nick Larson, George Schultz, Nathan Matoxin, Ricky Johnson, Alex Hoffman, and Zach Knowles in 18th place. He finished 10 laps down, had a very bad start, but oh man, what a tight race we had here. And I guess we only had one one racer who didn't have.
Swain are safe on this.
Oh
so
yeah.
far.
The one driver that we know, one of the two drivers that we know is definitely going to be staying in this position is Mason Prater, and we got Mason Prater with us right now. Mason, how was that race? And well, how was that race besides that very chaotic start? I'm pretty sure it was very easy for you.
It was very chaotic. At the start, I mean, we started, I think we were P3, so I knew we'd have a good chance to get up front. But, I mean, looking behind me, I had a bunch of fast people like Zach, Keaton, Gary, and then even up front, Holden and Nick, they both did really good. So I just had to kind of put my head down and get up to the front fast. And I really was just thinking right off the start that I got to get to the lead before this halfway, because Zach had moved up there, Keaton was right there, Gary was right there. So I kind of had to get up to the lead by halfway and kind of have a little bit of a gap and get that good for like the first few laps in, so I could get kind of a little bit more spread out and then kind of just keep my head cool and just hold my position. You
had a great start. You got up behind Nick Larson early, and it seemed like you were trading blow for blow, but once you got past second place and got into second, you just went on your own, and you forced Larson into a mistake. You got into the lead, and other than that, it was clean sailing for you.
Yeah, I mean, Holden was super quick. I mean, me and him were pretty evenly paced like the whole entire event. Me and him were really close in practice qualifying. The heats, our times are super similar, and I just had to kind of wait for him to make a little slip up and kind of just leave the door open a little bit, and I finally saw it. I stuck my nose in there, and I kind of just had to pray that we got through it cleanly, and we did. And then I kind of put my head down, chased down Larson, and we got to his bumper. We waited for a tiny little slip up and then just drove right by.
Well, it's the win for you here at Bark River, the iRacing Short Course Series. Anyone you want to thank? Because man, I'm pretty sure I'd be thanking the world after that one.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I want to thank Prater Racing, Unkind Esports, CBR, AIM, Sparko, Super Clean, Sign Pros, Dirt World Sports, and iRacing Short Course, Toyo Tires, Bill Stein, RBM, FK Rod Ends, Voodoo Graphics, Steal It, Helmelcott Clothing and Apparel, Ruthless Karting, JP, Robert, and everybody else that helps us like the series go on. Thank you.
Good job, Mason.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was Mason Prater, and standing beside with Dave, he was able to escape that carnage and run away into a little bit of clean air. It's Keaton Swain.
Keaton Swain, what an incredible run you had. And I always say you're always so quiet back there. You sneak up, and all of a sudden you're in a podium position. You've done that more than once.
Yeah, it was good. The invert actually didn't help me at all. I had to start 8th after winning the first heat, but I was able to get through the carnage clean for once and put it on the podium for second, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Well, you got to be happy staying out of that craziness, with Drapkin and Ebert, and then Highrider was in there, and then Plumley starts going up, and then Green, and then once you got by there, you guys start, we watched Mason pull away, and then you were pretty much just smooth sailing.
Yeah, luckily they were battling it out, so I was able to get a gap from them, but by the time I got by the carnage, Mason was too far ahead to catch him, so all in all, it was a good race. Congrats to Mason.
Well, I know you had a lot of sponsors that helped there, and I know you're the privateer out there, and it's always nice to see the guy that's so quietly sneaks up into a podium and just snatches it.
Yeah, it's good. I got to thank everyone that helps me out, Appliance Parts Company, Butt Kicker, Factory Sim Sport, Ultra Wheels, and all the series sponsors, everyone that helps the series out. Connor, he does a great job, so thanks to him.
Awesome. Well, killer job, Keaton, and hopefully we're looking forward to see you back on the box again next week. And then once you get that momentum rolling, keep it going.
Yeah, thank you.
Keaton Swain, everybody, second place.
All right, I got confirmation from the admins that we are allowed to interview Zach Drapkin. I know he's been, I know he's mandatory to see the admins after this, but he had a rough and tumble race. He turned into a bar.
Zach, always in the woodshed.
he turned into a boxer, a UFC fighter. He was throwing some bar stools at one point. Zach, you and Ethan Ebert were going all out. You had You were just nose-tail the entire time. Under safety car, you got a little bit of contact with each other. Walk us through that race and what was going on in there, and are you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm always all right. I'm just a little bummed out. We started the night off with the fastest car in qualifying, so we knew we had something. And then the heat race, we were leading to the last lap when I got passed by Keaton. So that was a little bit of reality check where we need to know we need to get back to the front and be where we wanted. So the inversion was not in my favor, being where we wanted to be. So I knew I had my work cut out for us again. So let's just say this: that race was. I know I'm definitely in trouble here, but when a push becomes a shove by other drivers, you gotta learn to shove back. So I definitely think I learned on this track where we can pass. So in a couple months or in a couple weeks when we pack up and we head out here in real life for the buggy, I think I know where we can make some passes for sure.
Just avoid the catch fence.
Oh yeah, that catch fence is my best friend. So his name's Tom.
Stay off the wall.
Tommy the catch fence. Well, Zach,
yeah,
it was
so,
it was a very entertaining race watching from you. Anyone you want to thank about that race and man.
Oh yeah,
That's probably
I gotta
one of the
thank you guys.
wildest podiums we got here.
Yeah, it was I definitely have my work cut out for me. Those guys don't make it easy, and everyone was driving their A game. So I knew if I'm gonna get back to the front and battle with Mason, I couldn't waste my time getting behind those guys for 3/4 of the race and making a move with 4 to go. Wasn't my way to go. I would have liked to make the passes before the mid race and be right with Mason, because dude, he was on rails, and when he gets out front, he's like Cameron Peterson. He is gone. So. But for my people I want to thank, I definitely got to thank all my sponsors that back me for the iRacing short course and real life. Redline Oil, FabTech, Sign Pros, Signature Repellers, AG Sandcars, the whole entire Hill team, the whole Hill Marine fam, Jake, Jordan, Corey, and Chad, all for watching Competitive Edge Performance, for doing my Pro Buggy motor. So when we head out there, we don't have to worry about getting lapped the way we did today or get passed. That's not happened. McMullen Transaxle for doing the gearing. So we go out there, we know we're going to be fast. We're not going out there with a slow car again. Perfect Motorsports, Skydive Elsinore, Adam Grinder, and Big O Tires for getting me hooked up when we go over there. My iRacing wrap, 92 Designs, my whole Ambush Esports team that couldn't be here tonight except for my boy Ricky Johnson, who fortunately had some catastrophic events in turn 1 in the start of the race. But hey, it feels good to be back. I got to thank you guys, Connor for hosting, Braun for not. We miss Braun. Braun will be back next race. We miss Braun though. So other than that, you guys, I gotta thank everybody that supports me. This whole thing's so much fun to come back out and run. I gotta say, I might be in a little bit of trouble, but I might just be dragging it on so I can sit here for a little bit longer. But hey, whatever. I'll talk to Connor. I know it's all gonna be good favor. I'm probably be on probation, but hey, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, I see you guys next week.
All right, thank you, Chap. You certainly gave us a lot of fun out here in the booth, and man, it was a wild one for us up here. Dave, today was just an absolute, well, it was just chaos from start to finish. Technical side, power going out at the very start. Managed to get in there at the end.
Going on, walls coming at them, craziness. Watching the big names have to race their way in later in, only to come back and dominate. So yeah. Just when you lay your bets down, you might be surprised.
Yeah, that's what makes iRacing short course so unpredictable. Anything can happen to anyone, including people watching at home. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's got dirto vision, but if they did, they'd probably be covered in it right now.
Well, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to iRacing short course. We'll be back next Wednesday. Don't forget about the Pro 2 League on Tuesday nights. For myself, Dave Arnold, Austin Knight, good night. We'll see you next time on the dirt on Racecraft TV.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.